Welcome back to another adventure with us. Today's episode is a little different. Instead of taking you on the road with us, we are showing you how we have set up our Toyota Land Cruiser Troopy for the ultimate overland journey. From the gear we swear by to the custom modifications that make all the difference, we are giving you an inside look at a setup that keeps us going no matter where the road takes us. Grab your seat and let's dive in. We are Joseph, Martijn and our dog Buddy. We have left the grind behind to embrace the freedom of life on the road, trading office chairs for camp chairs and deadlines for dirt roads. Guided by Koddywompel to travel in a purposeful manner towards a vague destination, we are here to share our journey, stories and tips for living adventurously. Hop in and join as we roam, explore and embrace the unexpected. This is the Toyota Land Cruiser Troop Carrier 78 series. It is a V8 engine and the model year is 2023. We ordered one in January 2021. We waited almost 24 months and then we even didn't get one from Toyota because the wait list was still very long. And we bought this one off somebody that didn't want it anymore. It was just 30 kilometers on the clock at the time. So really blank canvas to create whatever we wanted to make out of it. So we'll talk you through all the details and let's start at the front. So in the front we have the ARB Smart Bar, very lightweight and was very cheap. We got it off Facebook Marketplace second hand. Very good bar, we're happy with it. It does protect us and has to hold the winch. That's everything what we need to do. We usually don't drive at night anyway, so the chance that we hit roofs on the road is very small. We have the Bush Ranger Evo winch. The details I will put down below of the product. We also have a UHF radio, the Uniden. It also comes with a handheld, which is pretty nice when navigating on difficult roads or when some of us go for a bushwalk. Underneath we have 2 recovery points and a radiator protector as well. And that's it for the front. So under the bonnet we changed 4 things and 1 thing still have to do. The idea was to keep it as stock as possible, but we added a few things to make it work a bit better for us. So the first thing we changed is the battery. So this one is a more heavy duty battery for 4-wheel driving, better than the stock standard one I believe. Second thing is we added a Catchcan. We also added a secondary fuel filter and we added a ring to seal this stock airbox a little bit better. And the last thing that I haven't done yet is installing Diff breathers. We haven't done many deep river crossings yet, so we'll have to do that at some point. Still one of the tasks I'm pushing along. That's what we did under the bonnet. At the passenger side, quite a few things going on. First of all, the gull-wing window. It's a glass window from Explore Glazing in the Netherlands. Really works well. We have easy access to our fridge and I can still look out of the mirror on the back, which is great. Next one is the suspension upgrade. So we went for a terrain tamer kit. In episode 2 you can see a bit more details about that. Works really well. So next thing is the tires. These are the open country Toyo tires in the size 225, 95, rim size 16. We changed them from the old stock Bridgestone tires after 30,000 kilometers. They are already worn out and these are on now for 10,000 kilometers and they work pretty well. The rims are still stock. We also have included a tire pressure monitor, a cheap one from eBay, but it's really nice. It gives you peace of mind if there is a tire puncture when you're driving. Yeah, you can spot that very early. Next thing is the air vent replacement. So in here you see our water in, water out, the access to the air compressor and where we plug in our solar panel when we are staying put for a bit longer. So underneath the car is a 90-liter water tank from Long Range Automotive. Quite a good tank. We had quite some issues installing it, so you can see more of that in episode 2. But it really works well. We can fill it up from the side and also take a shower from the side, and it's really low underneath the car, so in terms of weight distribution it's great. We also added the weather shields, which are pretty nice. You can open the window and it doesn't blow too much, and even if it's raining you can keep your window open a little bit. Especially if we do a little bit of walks with Buddy, then we can open the window a bit and people cannot immediately get access to the window there. So works well for us. And I think that's it from the side. So on the driver's side we've chosen for the Safari Armax snorkel or raised air intake, and also the mud flaps we replaced. We made them ourselves based on the old stock ones, but they were very flimsy and thin, and these ones are more heavy duty, and I made them a little bit longer as well to protect the side of the car. Also on this side, gull wing from Explore glazing, not from glass this time. Also a MaxTech holder from Expedition Center, which doubles up as a table, quite handy, so we do most of our cooking on this side of the car. 30-second awning on the sides, which goes 270 degrees. Really nice for hot days, but also when it rains, we can shelter under there. I hope that was in 30 seconds. We also have a pole if needed. So you can pack it down, and if it's raining you also have this. So the water flows out. Really nice awning. The stock standard Troopy comes with 2 fuel tanks, by the way. They are both 90 liters, and we can drive around 1400 kilometers with that, which is really good. Long distance driving in Australia, you need that, so that's pretty cool. You notice that it's not very common to have the MaxTrax table as well as the awning on this side of the car, but we choose for it because we built our kitchen behind the driver's seat. Having the gull-wing glass window on the other side improves overall visibility. The utility vent on the other side of the Troopy, as it works better for our solar panel and shower setup. In the back we have chosen for the rear bar from Thornburn. Really good bar. It has a wheel carrier and a double jerrycan holder. So far we use this mainly for firewood, but we can carry extra fuel and water if needed. And this works really well, sturdy bar. And at some point in time we will get a tow bar as well, so we could maybe add a bike rack in the future. We installed a reverse camera, which is good for city driving and parking. And the back with all dirty stuff like hoses, rubbish bags, things for cleaning and dishwashing and all of that stuff is in there. So on the interior and the front we have installed the must-have 1-stone armrests. Really good, because this car doesn't come with cup holders and armrests, and it's really comfy to have those. We got dash organizer from Bush Company, really easy. You can actually take out the pouches and reorganize, really handy as well. We have tire pressure monitor. We also installed extra temperature sensors, one for the transmission and one for the engine in general, so if it gets overheated we get a pre-warning. is good. The handheld for the UHF. Must have for these cars is the extension of the gear stick, because otherwise it's pretty uncomfortable to drive. A shelf, this comes with the Headspace campus conversion, lots of storage space in here. The seats are still the stock seats, but we put a seat cover over it from Black Duck, which keeps everything clean and easy. And luckily we had the work-made version of this car, which means no carpet, so it's only vinyl and rubber mats, which is easy to clean as well. This is the switch for the ARB air compressor and a switch for the rear lockers. We keep our phone here for navigation, so it's a manual car obviously, and there's a smaller gear stick for the four-wheel drive, as you can see. Usually Buddy sits here, or otherwise he sleeps here in the back on his bed, safe with his seatbelt on. As I said, this is the workmate. In the back here is the 12-volt system. Quite a few components in here. We have two ATG batteries from 200 amp lithium each. We have the rest is all Victron, so we have the 3000 watt multi-plus 2 inverter, as well as two DC-DC chargers, which just makes the charging very fast when we drive, and the solar chargers as well from Victron. So they're all here in the space of the car. And everything comes here together at the Egon hub, which is a huge fuse box with all of the equipment that's in this car. Comes to here, and if there's something wrong, there's a light there indicating which circuit is wrong, so it's quite easy to repair, even for me, somebody that's not that experienced with electrical stuff. Really works well. As said, 10 months on the road and we have no issues at all whatsoever, and always enough power. When we stay 3 or 4 days at the same spot, we need to top up our power with some solar, and this blanket really works well. So quite good sun today, so 210 watts, gives almost 15.5 amps of power, which is great. So on the back we also have a mounted shovel for recovery, but also for some morning rituals at some days. Then when we open up, on the small rear door we have Outback Gear Solution bags, really handy. We have two pumps, really handy from Bunnings as well. I just used the same screws, so no drilling involved. Some sunscreen, which is very handy in the Australian summer, as well as hand sanitizer and some first aid kits. On this side of the door, some bags as well. Fire striker for any fires, hopefully we don't need it. So on the back we have also a front runner table, and we started the sticker collection of places where we have been so far. Handy table, even though we cook more on the other side, the Maxtrax table, but this can extend as well, so pretty good working space. Also a marketplace find, we like a bargain, so this one was very cheap as well. So this is our drinking water system from Lifesaver. It's an amazing product. It has filters inside and you can actually scoop water from a river and drink it. However, of course, when we have access to a tap, we fill it with drinking water. Really good product, easy to tap, and you can easily carry it to the tap as well, so you don't need to have a lot of hoses. We have power points here for our laptops and for phones charging, USB charging and all that kind of stuff. And vacuum cleaner. No traveling with Joseph without a vacuum cleaner, so we have one here too. And a nice little map of Australia with all the points that we have been already, and we pinned that. And last but not least, very strong OLED light in case we need it at night and something happens. We also have installed a mosquito or fly net in the back, which is really good, tailor-made to the back of the Troopy, and comes in really handy with flies, but also mosquitoes. So the interior we made ourselves as well. Joseph designed it in Revit, in 3D modeling. We used 2020 aluminium extrusions and then plywood as well. Very lightweight and fairly easy to work with, even though two office guys building something takes always a little bit of time. So every screw you see in this fit out has been probably in and out for at least 4 times. But in the end it really works well, and it's already standing strong for the last 10 months.
I designed the space so that my tent can still stand comfortably while maximizing storage.
So this is one I made in a workshop with an Aboriginal teacher. It's a nice story, I think, and it fits the Australian interior design here. So it talks about 2 guys and a little doggy on a journey, and seeing water holes, other areas, meeting people, seeing wildlife, going to the ocean, etc. So this is the story of Kodiwampo, I would say, because we don't know where the road leads us. Then in terms of storage, this is basically our shed, which has the barbecue, the Dutch oven, some cleaning stuff, so a little bit dirty stuff that you don't want mingling in with the other side of the car. And on the side here we have the switch to the water pump and also a meter that we can see how much water is still in the tank. So for the interior, I'm handing over to Joseph and he will talk you through the details.
Our fit out, I designed it by myself using 3D Revit modeling. Basically, the design is catered to fit in our Ninja Foodie. Ninja Foodie is our multi-cooker and it's quite bulky. And the other idea that actually I designed this space is to have living space and maximize the storage. So basically it's a 2 structure bolted in a plywood so that we can easily take it out if we need it. So the first structure is actually pretty simple. We use it as our wardrobe. For our cushion, actually Martin, he made it with his mom the time that we are in the Netherlands. So we bought this fabric actually in the Netherlands, so they are imported. We have 2 couch here and then 1 in the fridge. But to access our storage, we just open it, and this is all our clothes. And in front of it is actually where we put our electronics or laptop. So that's the first structure. And at the back, it's actually, we use it also as storage for tools and some recovery gear if we need it. If you notice, we have these 2 cushions here. They are also our storage where we put our clothes and some of our linen. Comfy as well. I am sitting now where our fridge is standing. We have the 95-liter National Lunar Fridge freezer, which is more than enough space for 2 people. The second structure houses all our kitchen essentials, food supply, and the 12-volt system. We left open space below for our shoes and larger items like fishing rod and sand flag. A front curtain for added privacy at night. The kitchen compartment can be accessed from both the outside by the gullwing window and the inside. I didn't plan for this spot to be used this way, but it turns out to be a great place to do some editing and for Booty to chill and relax, especially at night. Pretty good spot. This is another good working point. Even the bed is down. I still have pretty much more space in here.
And the pièce de résistance, the roof conversion from Headspace campers. This design repurposes the Troopy's original roof, maintaining its sleek, low-profile look while adding a spacious and comfortable pop-up setup. This is a game changer for interior space and livability, making life on the road even more enjoyable. This setup provides everything we need for a comfortable life on the road. So the best part is obviously the Headspace conversion. The bed platform is up right now. You can walk really easily from the front to the back. And of course, when we want to sleep, we will put the bed down. There's two hatches on this side and one big one, which is the bed platform. So you can really come from inside the car up to the bed. So I will give a demonstration now how to put the bed platform down. And just grab it. It's on gas struts. You can leave all the bedding upstairs, which is really nice, including some cushions which we put on the small hatches. And you can still sit here while one is in bed, the other one can still here do some editing on the laptop or other stuff. So that really works well. It's very tall here. I can even stand up on the bed platform to change. You have some storage. And the mattress is very comfy, even though we put a little topper on top to make it even more comfortable. So that really works well. We have a Sirocco fan here mounted on the door. So the doors will go down individually and we use it to store our cushions. So the roof can close easily. The great thing about the conversion is that all the windows can go down and have mosquito nets, so it's really light and airy, and it's just a really good design. We're very happy with this conversion. So we also have the option to sleep downstairs, just in case of bad weather or if we are camping in spots that's not allowed. So we don't have to pop up the rooftop. We can sleep here as well. It's a very light structure. I just woven a bit of a hammock with some hooks on the structure. So no timber involved, so very lightweight and easy to pull up and pull off. And still pretty comfortable. So yeah, good to have options. We have chosen two compact Helios chairs and a foldable table to maximize space efficiency.
Wow, there's a lot of going on in this car.
That was a walkthrough indeed. For sure we forgot something. One of the things we forgot, by the way, is that the whole car is wrapped in bush wrap as well. Check them out, good product. It saves a lot of pinstripes and headaches on the car, so that's good. So what's your top 3 things that you would like, that you like most from this car setup?
Oh, that's a good question. I think for me it's no-brainer. The first is the Headspace conversion. That is absolutely fantastic, no-brainer at all. Second is the induction cooking. And the third is the MaxRack table. Pretty handy for cleaning and cooking, I guess.
Good one.
How about yourself?
For sure, number 1 is the Headspace conversion as well. It's very comfortable, looks good, great conversation starter at camp because everybody comes up and for a chat and have a look, which is great. Second one, I think, is a lifesaver. It's such a good product and to have peace in mind that you always have clean and safe drinking water. which is good. And the last one is probably the suspension upgrade. I know it's a lot of money, but it drives so much better than with the stock suspension, so I think it's worth it with all those kilometers.
Yeah.
And maybe the other thing, also on the third place, is our 12-volt setup. I really like the Victron products. Easy and convenient to do it with the app. Maybe a bit of an overkill, but we have never run out of power so far, so that's really good, and we have no stress about power supply, which is good.
That's poor though, net free.
I know.
And how about what is the thing that you change differently with our design?
Good question. I think what we didn't do very well is the weight distribution on the right, on the left. This side of the car is a bit more heavy. So if I would do it again, I would keep a closer eye on that. So maybe I would switch the wheel and the jerry can holder. But yeah, that's I think about it. We still have the option to put in some hot water system, which we don't have. We haven't needed it yet, but if we go overseas, maybe it would be good to have. And also we don't have the diesel heater yet, but we definitely have space for that to make that in the future. But rather than that, I feel like we have done really well as two office guys making a camper van, and it all still stands, it still works, and we're living it out at full time, so
Yeah.
I think we're doing pretty well.
Exactly. For me, it's okay. I think there's nothing to change for now. Everything works perfectly. So, yeah. Happy come first, I guess. Yeah. So that's a wrap up.
That's a wrap up. Yes, see you in the next episode. That's going to be a normal one again with our travel adventures, but we thought it would be nice for you to see what's going on in this car. If you have any questions or comments or things to improve, let us know, and we are keen to engage with you.
Yeah. Goodbye for now. See you next time.
See you in the next one.